What's up YouTube? Jeff back again here from High on Android, dopetechdaily.com, and today I'm bringing you a look at all of Veris' best cases for the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. Got my gold variant right here on deck. We're going to go ahead and take a look at all four of these. Going to try to make the video as quick as possible. You guys know I like to show you all the different features of each case, so let's get right away into it. I got four cases. I'll start here with the one on the left, and we'll just move our way through. So let me move these three out of the way really quick. We'll come back to them in just a second. So first up here, we've got the Veris High Pro Shield. Now you guys saw me do this one for the Galaxy Note 5 as well. Some of the features of the case right here on the back, you can see here, you've got this multiple cart case. You've got a soft case with the TPU. Put the phone inside. On the outside, you got your hard frame right there that goes around the outside. Of course, this is going to give you the nice airspace structure that gives you sort of this shock absorption if you drop the phone. Let me go ahead and get my unboxing knife. Got it on my multi-tool as usual. Let's see, it's going to take me 3 tries today to find the knife. It's not too bad. Go ahead and just cut the tape there. Oops, maybe I didn't get it all. And let's put that away. And then we'll just, having a hard time with the box. There we go. And once you get the box open, it just pops right open. Get a little fake Galaxy S6 Edge Plus here on the inside. And you know, we got the certificate of authenticity, some other things right there. So you can see, as usual, standard Veris packaging, little fake insert, set that stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at the case. So I've done the High Pro Shield before for the Note 5, so I won't spend forever talking about it. You can see here you got some Veris branding as usual. Got a soft touch matte material here on the bottom and also along the top, the other side of the camera. Also soft touch right here near the camera module. Again, this is a 2-part case. You can take it apart if you want. You can see right here, soft TPU. This hard frame will peel off. You can also just put it in the way it is, which is what I'm going to do. The inside, you've got this sort of textured material. Also, you got some more branding right here as well. As usual on the back near the camera, you guys can see there, they have the word megapixel right on the camera. Looks like it's got a little, I think it might have a little, I think no, that's just my fingerprints. So I think my hands must be a little dirty. I ate lunch. Maybe I didn't completely, had a chocolate strawberry. I don't know. Maybe I had still a piece of chocolate on my hand. Anyway, looks like it's nice and clean out of the box. Let's go ahead and slap it in here, show you guys what it looks like. So we can just put the case on right there. We don't even need to take the 2 parts apart. And you do have to bear down a little bit to get the Edge Plus in there. So of course you're going to have to push it in there, and then it looks really nice. You got a nice tight fit there. Make sure the buttons work. Power button seems good. Forgot I don't have my other watch paired. I always forget because I have smart lock on. Check out the volume buttons. Volume buttons seem to work great. As usual with the S6 Edge Plus, you're not going to have much protection along the edges. This thing, you know, covers part of the edge, but it can't cover all of it in case you want to use your notifications like I have right there. So the buttons are great. On the back here, you do have a raised up area where the camera module is. So if you sit this down on a table, it's not going to scratch your camera module or your lens or anything like that. But you're not going to have that much protection along the edges. You do have sort of where the hard shell meets the TPU, you're going to have these corners. So that's going to give you some shock absorption protection on the corners. But you do have to be a little worried there about the edge. And of course, that's the case for anybody who has the Edge or the Edge Plus. You know the edges are usually not protected by any case. All right, so that's the Veris High Pro Shield. It's got this nice sort of textured pattern on the back, makes the phone easier to hold. Also the soft matte along the bottom. Definitely a stylish case that is also sort of an inexpensive option. I believe they're $16.99. I'll drop a link down in the description to all the cases. All right, so that's the Veris High Pro Shield. Let's grab the next one they sent me here. Shout out to Veris for sending me these cases for review. I love working with them. They're one of my favorite companies to get cases from. This is the Crystal Bumper case. You guys can see there that this also has a soft case TPU, hard frame there. Kind of similar construction to the High Pro Shield, except on the back now we have a crystal bumper instead of, let me go ahead and get this out behind the camera while I talk to you guys about the crystal bumper. Instead of having the matte finish on the back, we're going to have the clear back so you can actually see your color. So for all of you out there who like to use a clear case so people can see the color of the phone that you chose, especially people who get gold for whatever reason, I like to show off the gold phone. So if you got a gold phone, you might like having this case. It also has the gold bumper. You can see they sent me the gold version. So that was nice of them because they know I've got the gold phone here. As usual, taking forever to find my multi-tool like an idiot. So let's go ahead and cut the tape off and get the crystal bumper out. And again, we got some fake Veris S6 Edge Plus there. Not a fake case, but fake phone, the insert. So I'll set this box over here with the High Pro Shield. And again, you can see it's pretty similar actually to the High Pro Shield in terms of its two-part construction. You've got this hard shell here that's gold around the outside, and you got the soft TPU that's clear. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the two-part construction. We'll put this one on in two pieces. You see here on there, you can see through. On the inside, you do have a little texture. I don't know if you guys can see that with the camera. It's got little sort of ridges or bumps there. That's sort of textured to give you some shock absorption there. Cutouts for your camera and flash. You got cutouts everywhere around the bottom for your ports. And then right here is where the power buttons will be when we put that in. And then, of course, you got your nice gold bumper, which is going to match your phone. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this on in two parts this time. So we'll go ahead and slide the Edge Plus into the clear portion, TPU. And then we'll go ahead and put this in with the power buttons or the volume buttons on this side. And we'll go ahead and slide the bumper portion around the outside of the case. And I do find that it's a little more difficult, at least for me, when I put on the cases, to do it in two parts. I really prefer just put it on in one part. It usually goes on easily with Veris, and then there's no issues. You can see here you've got to sort of fit around the edges and make sure you've got your buttons lined up in the appropriate place. So as you can see right here, you just have to make sure you get all the buttons aligned, make sure the buttons are now seated into the correct slots. You can see we've got the volume buttons here. Those are seated correctly. And then you can see over here, we've got the power button. That one's also seated correctly as well. Now, one thing to say about this case is the power button doesn't stick out necessarily as far as you might like, so it might be a little difficult to find it. That's the only criticism I have. You can see the back looks beautiful, so if you want to show off the gold color of your phone, people are definitely going to see that. Again, you also got the textured pattern there. Hopefully that comes across in the video a little bit, which then is going to give you some shock absorption. And then also you got the gold around the edges, so if you got the gold variant like I do, it's going to match perfectly. So all the ports and everything, the buttons do work. They work fine, as you can see. Power button, the volume buttons work great. But again, this power button right here, if you guys can see, it's not raised up as much as I might like in order to actually use this effectively. So you need the power button maybe raised up a little more in order to feel it nicely. But obviously you can still make it out. You'll get used to the case, and then it'll probably be just fine for you. All right, so this was the crystal bumper for the S6 Edge Plus. Let's go ahead and get into the next case that I have. So we've got the Damn to Slide. I'll go ahead and take this one off behind the camera, and then we'll get into the Damn to Slide case. Now this one is a little bit different, quite a bit different than the last two we looked at. Instead of just having a hard part with the bumper, here this one actually has some additional functionality. So this has a little slot in the back that slides out where you can go ahead and put your credit cards. You put some cash in there if you want. So this case is a little bit different than the other two we've looked at, but still let's go ahead and get into this one and see how it looks on the phone. So let's see if we can grab the knife correctly. Nope, still 3 tries, pretty impressive. All right, so let's go ahead and get the case out. Set that to the side. We've got the Damn to Slide. Once again, we got a fake Edge Plus, certificate of authenticity, everything we had in the others. I'll go ahead and set that one to the side. Getting a nice collection of boxes today in this video. And you can see once again we got some nice Veris branding right here. Soft touch material on the top and the bottom. Got a matte finish on the back. Inside we've once again got this textured pattern. This is like a wavy pattern. Cut out, of course, for your camera module there as usual. Buttons. These buttons are a lot more raised up than the buttons on the bumper cases. This case is a lot thicker though, so if you take a look at this case here, the bumper case we just did, even if we look at the thickness of all three, you can see the two bumper cases are a lot thinner. This card slot case is going to be a lot thicker, but for a good reason. This card slot case offers the extra functionality of having the card on the back. So you can see right here, this thing slides out. You can throw some cards, a couple credit cards, some cash in there, and go ahead and close it. That way if you're going to the club, you're going out, wherever you're going, do what you do, put your stuff in there instead of taking your wallet if you want. So this one should go on a little bit easier because it's a little bit thicker. There's a little more room in here for the device. So we can go ahead and slide in our S6 Edge Plus and then see what it's going to look like. There we go. Got the silver model of the case here. And the buttons, again, you can see right there, that button is obviously sort of really, really nice and differentiated on the side. Sticks out quite a bit so you can actually see it. Also with the volume buttons, we'll go ahead and check them and make sure everything's working. Just clear these notifications out. And the volume buttons work perfectly as well. So these volume buttons and power buttons are nice and raised up, so you're going to get a nice look. And also it's great that we have this card slot right here that you can put the cards in. Now, I've used the Damn to Slide a bunch, and in pretty much all of these you can fit maybe 2 credit cards, like an ID and a credit card, and then maybe a few bucks, maybe like a 20, maybe 2 20s. So you can probably fit 40 bucks, an ID and a credit card in here if you're going out to the club or wherever you're going. And maybe that'll allow you to leave your wallet at home if that's all you need to take with you. So overall, I really like this case. It does a bit thicker, but it's got nice shock absorption. This one's also got more protection around the edges. So even though obviously it doesn't cover the whole edges, this one's got raised up top and bottom here. That's really quite raised up. So if you sit it down, it's not going to scratch your phone because the top and the bottom are so raised up. You can see that the edges are not going to be resting on the table either. So that's a really good look if you like to sit your phone down like that. You've got a little more protection along the edges. It's a little thicker. You get a little more shock absorption in the Damn to Slide case. All right, so that's the Damn to Slide in silver. It's our third case. I'll go ahead and take that one off, and let's bring in the only folio case they sent me, which is the Dandy layered case. I've done this one for a few phones as well. You guys saw me do it for the G4. So let me go ahead and get the Damn to Slide off, and let's take a look at the Dandy layered. Sit that one to the side. So let's bring it in here and have a look at the Dandy layered case. You can see this one has got sort of like a leatherish feel. Now this is not leather, it's PU leather, so it's not genuine leather, of course, but that's good because you don't want to worry about getting it wet, which is going to spoil it. So you got cutouts here. You can see this color. I've got the brown color again. I don't remember the official name of the color. It's probably here. The black and wine, but I don't think this is black. Oh, it is black and wine. They show the brown color on here, but as you can see through the window there, it looks like I got the black and wine color. So let's take a look at what the black and wine color looks like. I'll just set this box to the side with the other cases, sort of stacking them up here. Yeah, we got the black and wine. So you can see the wine color is like a red, sort of looks like a Merlot wine, I guess. And you got some nice stitching there on the outside. Let's go ahead and take out the fake, or not the fake S6. This time we get some styrofoam. And as with all of these, you got your Veris certificate of authenticity. You can go to their website, register your product, put in the product number, make sure you got an authentic Veris product. And so let's look at the case here. See here we've got, again, as usual, some Veris branding. You've got the black with the wine colored or the reddish purple color stitching. On the inside, we've got the World to Share experience. That's their slogan at Veris. And you've got some cards here. So you can put in 3 cards here. I've used this case before, so I can tell you can fit in 3 cards. It will be a tight fit if you put in all 3. I only recommend putting 2 in here. And then there's also a pocket right here. You could probably fit maybe 60 or 80 bucks in 20s if you want. So if you're going out, this is another case you could throw your cards in. On the back, you got some more stitching, cut out for the camera. And you can see here around the edges, we've got the wine color right here. So that's the wine color along with the black around the outside. So let's go ahead and put in my S6 Edge Plus. Let's have a quick look at how the Edge Plus looks in the case. So that's what it's going to look like. And then you've got the magnetic closure. It's going to stamp close. Obviously here you've got the power button exposed so you can get your power, access to your power on the side here. You do need to open it because there's no ridges for the volume. So if you want to find the volume, you can open it. Your volume's right there. And it is a nice fit. So you can see that this case will stay open if you want it to. And then of course, you know, you do have to kind of bend it back to use it nicely. That's the one thing I don't like about folio cases. But if you need to carry cards in cash, there's really no other way to go. And of course, the magnet keeps this nice and secure. You can see no matter what you do, this thing's not going to open. It's going to be good to go. And of course, this is raised up, so it's not going to damage your camera. This gives you maximum protection if you're going to put this in a purse for you ladies out there, or if you're a guy who likes to put your phone in your pocket with keys. This is going to protect the front of the phone because the other ones don't have any screen protection. Here the screen's covered inside the case. You got a cutout here, of course, for your speaker. So if you want, you could pick up a phone call real quick and take the phone call, close this, and then keep talking on the speakerphone. And of course, on the bottom, it's exposed your speaker, power port, and headphone jack. So you'll be good to go with this guy. So I'll go ahead and bring in all 4 cases here, just to remind you guys of the options. We've got the crystal bumper here in gold. We've got the High Pro Shield here in the black and the gray colorway. The silver Damn to Slide case with the card slot in the back. And we've got the black and wine color of the Veris Dandy layered case for the S6 Edge Plus. So these are 4 excellent cases, all priced really affordably, between I think 15 and 30 bucks on Amazon. I'll drop the links in the description if you guys want to check them out. If you have any questions about any of the cases, feel free to drop me a comment in the comments section below, and I will definitely get back to you guys on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Google Plus and Twitter at my link in the description below, and check out news.highonandroid.com and dopetechdaily.com for more great giveaways and Android news. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.